Hello and welcome back to another merchandise review from White Album 2. Today we are looking at a playmat. Now what a playmat is it's made for trading card games usually. So you would take your Pokemon cards or your Yu-Gi-Oh cards, and this would be your play area, and you could lay out all your cards down on this. It's a nice chic material, smooth material, so you could easily pick up your cards from it rather than being on a table or something like that. So definitely useful, especially in Japan where trading card games are just so popular now. So let's take a look at the whole thing because it's pretty big. So this particular playmat is Setsuna focused, and it is big. So here's my hand for reference. That's about how big this playmat is. It's like poster size, honestly, very large poster size. So the art itself is really nice. We've actually seen this same art on other things, like tapestries and such, though it is extremely beautiful. This is a really well printed playmat. If we look at the quality here, they kept the shading in really nicely. The lines are really soft, yet really nice. The line art on these types of stylized merchandise are really thin, almost like a painted style, which I can really appreciate. We come down here, we can see the White Album 2 logo, and that's printed on really well. And then the Aqua Plus logo is actually right next to it on this one. So a very well done playmat in itself. Now let's look at the material itself because it's kind of an interesting one. So looking here, it's kind of a thin plastic and you can almost see through this here. You can see the tips of my fingers a little bit. It's not completely translucent, but it is thin. So if you were to make a mistake and tear this, I don't know how you would do that, but for durability's sake, it's a little bit weak. So you do want to be careful only using this for its intended purposes, and I wouldn't recommend folding this all that much because it's just thick enough as to where it could actually tear at the folds. It would weaken the material itself. You might notice this actually has a little bump in it, and that's because, well, I guess I should say first, this was produced by Toranoana, which is partnered with Aqua Plus to create White Album 2 merchandise. And Toranoana is known for printing this type of merchandise sort of on demand. So it's not really time limited. Of course, they'll cycle their products in and out, but it's not like a Comiket one-time thing, really high quality merch. Toranoana is a little bit, it's a step down, to be fair. It's great merch, it's really cool, but quality-wise, not amazing. Their packaging is another thing about Toranoana you need to be careful of. This was actually folded when I received it from them. You can tell it was folded over like this. And being the type of plastic material, it's just thick enough to where this fold is really, really hard to get out. And so it's just kind of there. And that's my complaint about Toranoana. They've done this on a number of products I've bought from them where there's like scuffing or scratches or weird folding. So just be careful if you do order from Toranoana. It's inevitable because they produce so much of the White Album 2 merchandise, but I do wish their quality assurance was a little bit higher. But in any case, thank you so much for joining me on today's merchandise review from White Album 2, and I'll be back at you with more merch reviews in the future. So until then, I hope you take care. See you!